of Spanish, kind of Mediterranean. That's the last trip she took with my beautiful sister. And so here's Mary Catherine to say a few words.
That's totally fine.
When I was very young, I knew my mother's name. Her name was Patty Lynch, and I knew this because that's what my grandmother called her. My grandmother was the top dog in our house for many years. When I was 4 or so, she changed her name to Patricia Bonner. I got a little brother out of that one. When I was 13, she changed her name to Patricia Perla. And when I was 18 or so, I found out that her real first name was Doris. Where the hell did that come from? I found that out too. When my grandmother was asleep after my mother's difficult birth, the nurse came to my grandfather and asked him what he was going to name his new daughter. He told the nurse, Doris Patricia Marshall. Doris, after an old girlfriend.
Oh, scandal.
My grandmother never, and I mean never, used Doris in my mother's name. My mom was Patty, until she started using the medical system when her legal name came up. For all my life, my mother has been there for me. I called her Mama, even though when I was in my 30s and she was in her 60s, she asked me not to. And I remember being shocked that she would ask me that. And I told her she was my mama and I wasn't changing that name. Now that I'm in my 60s, I can kind of understand. She didn't like being called mama for a while because it made her feel old. Well, she wasn't really old until the last couple of years. During the last few days of her life together, we sat together and talked about all the trips we had taken together and all the fun times that we had had. She remembered all of them, well, except for the last one to Charleston. We talked about Scotland and the Mediterranean and Greece and Italy and Istanbul. We talked about the Duomo in Florence and the Tsar's Palace in St. Petersburg and the Amalfi Coast and China. We can't forget China. She loved China. We went 4 months after her bypass. Her cardiologist said she could go. We did. And Mama went on all the tours. She went on the little boats on the Yangtze. And she took care of me. I caught a cold. She gave me good advice. She said, go, do what you want to do. Don't wait. Take notes so you can remember everything that you have done and label your pictures soon after you get home. That way when you get old and can't remember, you can look through your pictures and they'll tell you. Her last session with her failing heart was very hard to bear. She was too weak to sit up and couldn't breathe when she lay down. The people at hospice were wonderful. There was someone on the other end of the phone even at 3 a.m. when I called. They encouraged my brother and me in every way, and we are both grateful for their support. Those of you who know me know how much I loved my mother. Even when we were fighting, we loved each other. And I will carry the memory of her love for the rest of my life. Who's next? Betty?
That's a difficult act to follow. I'll try. Hey, take my chair. Well, I stand here as the oldest friend and probably the oldest person in the room. We met at Long Beach City College. Pat and I just clicked. That was in 1947. And I'm 85, and she was 16 months older than myself. And when she wasn't, you were too young. Where's Mary Kay? You were too young to travel with her. I was the one that got to travel with Pat. And this picture on the camel was one of our trips. I ran away from a very messy divorce. I took the ticket that was from my husband that was not going to be my husband. I said, Pat, you want to go to Egypt? He said, sure. So I sold her the ticket. So I had some ready cash. And we went to Egypt. And the picture, we paid $25 a piece to be on a camel. They never delivered a picture. The reason there's a picture here is because one of the people on the trip took our pictures. And I have to tell you another story about Egypt because Pat, as you know, was plus. She was buxom. She was all the things that I'm not. She had red hair, and the Egyptians loved her. We were in Luxor, and one gentleman came out and was going to have 10 camels and 20,000 goats. And she would come into his tent. She didn't do it. The first trip we took together was to Ireland. And we took and that was Freddie Laker. Anybody remember Freddie Laker? Oh, okay, you do because you're British. And I got off the plane with rotten cold. And we stayed in London for a few days. And I had a bad cold. She said, you got to get up because there's a lot to see. And you're going to hate yourself if you don't see the crown jewels and the Tower of London and on and on and on and on. And then we got on a train and went to Leary to go to Ireland to do the Freddie Laker trip, which was a random fly driving. But the problem was there was a car to be driven. She said, we'll take turns driving the car. You start first. So I drove it first. Well, you did great. You get to drive the whole trip. I drove prior to the trip, and of course it's on the other side of the road from where we're supposed to be. And she got all the branches on the 2-lane highways. She says, can't you move over a little because these branches are coming in a little forward? I said, no, this is where the line is. We have to go this way. And we picked up, I still have the cold, we picked up some gentleman, young man from the IRA. I said, I can't drive any longer. I'm sick. Never went to the doctor. And I said, you drive, sir, whatever his name was. I didn't care where he was from, where he was going to take the car. So he drove us back to go. And that was one of our trips. We had, Japan was wonderful also. But he was a wonderful person. He was very close. I want to read a poem that impacts her, not exactly, but it's something to remember. I didn't write it. It was written by a person named Derek Walcott. And one teacher I had in a Tai Chi class handed it out. It was lovely. It's called Love After Love. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror. Each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you. All your life that person loves you, whom you ignored, to another who knows you best. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Picture your own image from the mirror. Sit and feast on your life. Can I see that, Eddie?